Good morning, everyone. It is 9 o'clock on your Sunday morning. Thanks for starting your day and week with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. And boy, we are in store for a big day. We got the Colts away.
That's right.
Pacers back here at home.
They are.
And not a bad day if you're heading out to the game later today.
I know the talk of the weather world is the potential of perhaps the first few snowflakes. That is in the 7-day forecast, and it's going to get sharply colder eventually, but between now and Tuesday, we're going to be well above average. So if you are a warmer weather fan, I think you're going to like what we have in store for today, tomorrow, and even approaching the 70-degree mark on Tuesday. So some major changes this week. And real quick, did want to take you out to the east side because this is some construction that you're going to be impacted by for the rest of this weekend. This is 465 northbound. Obviously, all of these travel lanes condensed to just one lane. This is over near Pendleton Pike. So between I-70 and 56th Street, got some slowdowns because of this weekend construction, but that is set to reopen by the time we make our way into the Monday morning commute. This is why it's going to be warmer. We had this warm front lift through during the overnight. It did increase cloud cover. We actually have a little bit of rain activity that's kind of developed in the warm sector of this weather system. I believe most of this rain stays at bay to our north for today. We will notice the increased clouds, but I believe this Sunday is going to be a dry day for us. Here's a look across the region right now where the clouds have certainly been around, and now our temperature is starting to increase. We've got 44 in downtown Indy. It is 45 up in Bunker Hill right now. 44 in Kokomo, 44 over in Greencastle. So we've started that warming trend. The wind now coming in out of the south-southwest, and that will continue to pump in some of that more mild air for today. We're looking at highs in the low 60s, mainly cloudy, but with increasing rain chances for Monday into Tuesday. We'll get you updated on that timeline and talk about when that much colder air is set to arrive.
All right, we'll see you then, Lindsay. We're following some breaking news right now from the city's west side. Metro Police are on scene of an incident where we're hearing some initial reports of a pedestrian being struck. Our Logan Gay is live near Lafayette Road and Kessler Boulevard North Drive. So, Logan, what are you learning?
Well, Matthew, we're still working to learn more information about what exactly happened here and the condition of that pedestrian, but we believe it happened on this stretch of road in between these two police cars right across the street from the Indiana National Guard. Just moments ago, 2 investigators have shown up, and so we're hoping that we'll get some more information here soon. But while we wait, this stretch of road will be closed down while they continue this investigation. So if you are in the area, they advise you to be prepared to reroute. But again, this is happening right across the street from the Indiana National Guard. In between these 2 police officers, you can see those investigators right there across the street, one wearing yellow, one wearing black, pointing at evidence. So hopefully, again, we will get that information, and once we do, we will get that to you as soon as possible on air and online. Matthew.
All right, Logan, still many more questions to be learned. We'll check back in with you soon. This morning, Southwest Airlines and police in Dallas are investigating an incident wherein Southwest plane was hit by gunfire. This all happened Friday night in Dallas, and that flight, we're told, was headed here to Indianapolis. We're told it happened just before takeoff Friday night when a bullet hit the plane and went into the cockpit. The incident coming as a shock to some travelers heading into the weekend.
It's kind of like, wow, it hits you, you know.
Yeah.
Something like that can happen, like you just said.
Yeah.
In Dallas, this was somebody who could very well have been aiming at the plane, and we don't know.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the whole part. You know, that's kind of questionable. You know, and how it can happen in general.
Southwest Airlines says 99 passengers were on board at the time. The plane taxied back to the terminal at Dallas Love Field. The good news is no one on board was hurt, and right now Dallas police believe it may have been random gunfire. Those passengers did make it to Indy just before 2 a.m. yesterday after being delayed for hours. This morning, the search continues for a missing Indianapolis man. Divers with IFD spent time yesterday searching a pond for him on the city's west side. They were in a neighborhood near Rockville Road and 465 yesterday afternoon. IMPD has been searching for 48-year-old James Rich, who disappeared Friday night into Saturday. Police canines led them to the pond in Wayne Township. Divers didn't find anything, but tell us they may go back out later today. 9:05, faith and community leaders will gather at the State House later today, urging Governor Holcomb to not restart executions. This comes as the Fort Wayne man is set to be the first inmate executed by the state in nearly 15 years next month. In July of 1997, Joseph Corcoran grabbed a gun and shot his brother, his sister's fiance, and two of their friends inside a home in Fort Wayne. Corcoran was convicted of killing all four of them and was sentenced to death in 1999. For 25 years, he has sat on death row, but now he's set to be executed on December 18th. David Frank works with the Indiana Abolition Coalition, an organization that works to end the death penalty. He says the last execution carried out by the state was in 2009, and since then, a lot has changed.
Two of the adjoining states, Illinois and Michigan, have abolished the death penalty. And the two other adjoining states, Ohio and Kentucky, have taken capital punishment off the table for people who are seriously mentally ill. So Indiana stands alone.
As 13 News previously reported, the state decided to resume executions after acquiring pentobarbital. That's a drug that's administered to carry out the death penalty. Today's protest starts at 3 p.m. at the State House. Also happening later today, the Hamilton Heights community will hold a celebration of life to remember their high school principal. Jared Mason died Tuesday after an illness. Since then, there's been an outpouring of support for the 48-year-old. He had been a principal at the high school for over a decade, and today's memorial is at 2 p.m. at the Hamilton Heights Student Activity Center. 9:07 on your Sunday morning, hundreds of people in need were able to get free health care thanks to Ascension St. Vincent. They hosted the 8th annual medical mission at home yesterday at St. Monica's Catholic Church. There were free medical services, coats, and food support, as well as helping out 400 people yesterday. They had everything from flu vaccines, a pharmacy, physical therapy, and even dental screenings. We spoke to Barbara Richards, who was able to use these resources.
I did pharmacy services where if you need meds, they'll provide those for you at no cost. Foot washing, oh my God, heavenly. They will test your blood sugar.
And great resources right there. The staff says they hope this event will be the first step in making sure people know medical care is always within reach, no matter who they are. We have more information on this story right now at WTHR.com.